Hi, this is Dan again with Wear Bands, and in this segment of the Deep Dive with Wear Bands, we're going to talk to coaches and trainers who train lots of athletes at once. Could be a football team, soccer team, basketball team, volleyball team, you name it. You're bringing lots of athletes in, you're training them over the course of the week, and we certainly understand at Wear Bands, you guys don't have a lot of time, right? You got to get people in, you got to train a lot of people, you got to get them out. So I'll use a football team as an example. We've had this question from some coaches before: how do I train a group of athletes efficiently with Wear Bands and get everybody in and out? Well, we think it's really quite simple, so we just want to run you through it. So you got a group of kids. Let's say you got your wide receivers and running backs, you got your linebackers, you got your linemen, different groups. It's really quite simple. A couple days a week, you could say, okay, today it's running backs, wide receivers. We're going to do some Wear Bands work, so put on your Wear Band socks. Defensive lineman, offensive line, we're going to do some Wear Bands work. So before practice today, put on your Wear Band socks. Now, our socks, 2 millimeter neoprene, super comfortable, can slide in any athletic shoes. So what we suggest is you simply tell your athletes, if it's their day for Wear Bands workouts, put on your Wear Band socks before your workout, right? You put them on, put your cleats on, put your cross trainers on if you're working in the gym, whatever the case may be. Just have them put them on. Now, our socks are super comfortable. Once they're in the shoe, you don't have to take them off for the rest of that practice. So you just go ahead and have them put their shoes on. So now let's say you got 10 guys, you got 20 guys, whatever the number is. They have their Wear Band socks on. Now, they can just leave those socks on during practice inside the shoe. I think they're going to find them very comfortable, even if they tape up their shoes. As long as our attachment ring is showing in the top, they can use the system, no big deal. So, we have people that train this way. They just hook up their socks at the beginning, they leave them on. Now, they come out in the field, you got your Wear Bands hanging on a hook or somewhere, very simple. You say, hey guys, we're going to do 20 minutes of some Wear Bands, speed and agility work or whatever it may be, right? You simply, have them put on their system. You may have to do a tutorial 1 or 2 times with them, show them how it works. We get that, certainly, but it's really a very simple system. So once they've done it a couple times, even young athletes ought to be able to figure this out. And that's certainly been our experience with some of our facilities that do larger group training, right? So now they have their Wear Bands on, they hook them up. You can do this at the beginning of practice. You can do it towards the end of practice if you need a little bit more time, whenever you want to work it into your programming. And the nice thing is your programming isn't really changing. You're going to do ladder work, you're going to do cone work, you're going to do work with your wide receivers, DBs, movement patterns, whatever it is, the programming hasn't changed. You're just putting on Wear Bands to stimulate that neuromuscular system during those movements. It's going to program the brain, it's going to improve the functional strength and dynamic movement of your athletes just by adding these to the programming you're already doing. So you're doing the exact same programming. You do your ladder work, you've done your cone work, you've done whatever you want to do with Wear Bands, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it would normally be, right? And then when you're done and you're moving on to the next thing, you say, hey guys, get out of your Wear Bands. It should take them, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds to unhook. They simply pull the back tab, take it off, boom. When you think about some of the tools you use out on the field, bungees, parachutes, sleds, all these things, when you think about the time it takes to, for your athletes to hook that stuff up, take it off, oftentimes it's a tandem workout, right? So one guy's getting the resistance work, the other guy's just holding the bungee cord, or maybe you got guys standing around, watching guys use equipment when they could all be using it at once. Really, when you think about it, Wear Bands is a time saver. It's a more efficient way to train because everybody can train at the same time. They're not taking turns. It's not tandem work where one guy's getting the workout, the other guy's holding the bands. Actually much more efficient when you think about it. And I think if you tried it, you'd find that to be the case. Now when they're done, boy, you say, hey guys, just throw that aside, boom, done, throw it over there, pick it up after practice, the equipment manager can grab it, whatever, and off you go. So Wear Bands is not a complicated system for group training. You really just, like you said, you have 10 systems, 20 systems, you just have certain groups of your athletes, programmed twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever, on Wear Bands, and you just rotate them out and you share the equipment. Again, when they're done, they leave their socks in, finish their workout, take their socks off, and the workout is over. So that's what we've recommended. this didn't answer, please reach out to me. Be happy to answer any other questions you might have. So that's it for this segment. See you in the next one.